Hello, welcome to Wait Again Minutes. Thanks for everyone that tuned in. Tonight we have a special guest, Jamal Johnson from EBNY TV. Um,
Welcome, Jamal. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
I'm grateful to be here.
Welcome. So, Jamal, thank you for coming to join us tonight. Wait again a minute. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. I've been in the media industry since 1999, and I've seen my share of everything that you can think of. I've had my hands in every single media project that you can think of. So I've been around for a second. Started in 1999, brought my business legit in 2008, and
When you say you brought your business legit, what does that mean? You got the name and all of that?
well, okay, so from 1999 till 2008, that was the time that I was kind of like finding myself and finding my business.
Okay.
So there was a lot of things that I was finding out. That was, I guess, the time where we were becoming what we are now. There was a lot of problems with my business. Like, for one, I dropped out of college, and the reason why I dropped out of college is because I had a gig doing something for Wu-Tang. I had two music videos and a movie.
Okay.
So I dropped out of college, and from there, I kind of never looked back. Started doing music videos. My first music video I did right after the Wu-Tang thing hit BET Uncut when that was a thing. You know, so
Okay, right.
from there, the problem that was with my business, it was service-based. And what that means is you would always have to depend on somebody to come through for you to close that job.
okay.
Right.
So that became very stressful because there was a time in my life I quit. I quit media. I quit film because I wasn't making any money. I wasn't happy. You know, I was in that rut where I was depending on people to pay me, and when they didn't, you know, things don't go right when people don't pay you.
Right.
So I dropped out the industry. I took some time to just disappear and not work any projects. Then I got an opportunity to move from Virginia to work on air breaking DVDs, instructional DVDs. That part of my life taught me to incorporate services. I'm sorry, not services, but products in my business. Instead of me going out, depending on people to pay me to shoot music videos, paying me to people, depending on me to direct, things like that. I took my knowledge in the music video industry and I made DVDs, I made ebooks, and I taught people how to make money shooting music videos and getting into film. The moment that I put products in my business, I guess, repertoire or whatever, my life changed and I never looked back, because at that point, I wasn't depending on people to spend money with me. People were spending money with me because I had products. You know what I mean? My life was never the same. I launched a website off my first DVD, how to shoot a music video. 30-minute DVD that taught people how to shoot music videos.
Okay. It was on YouTube?
No, I put a DVD up, did a joint venture with another website, a director website, and made $1,200 in like 3 days off of just a DVD that I made.
Oh, wow.
So once I got that bite of blood, that was it.
You've been going
I've been going ever since. And then not only now, the business has products, a ton of media products. But now we still do our services. But see, our service part of our business is stuff that we want to make up, stuff that we have fun doing. And if you do drag me out of my dungeon to work for you, it's not cheap.
So you film, okay, for instance, everyone, the commercial that Wait Again a Minute made last week with all the bloopers, this talented young man is the one who actually was behind the scenes and created it. And I'm gonna tell you something, I felt famous. I was like, action. And it was funny, like, Excuse me, what in the world? Hey, what in the world? Well, I had to say excuse me because
No problem.
oh my God, what in the world? But anyway, I had fun doing that last week. I felt famous. So, okay, I know you in the media, but is that something you do, create commercials for different people, or you just in the music?
Well, so, okay. EBNY.TV, and this kind of goes into kind of deep to what you're saying. So EBNY.TV is just a product of our parent company, TNVTC, and that's the Music Video Training Center.
Okay.
Okay.
So with that being said, hands down, we're the only full-fledged 100% media company around here.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we're black owned, support black business.
That's right. Black owned.
So you said you dropped out of college. Now, were you in college for media?
Fine arts. I was in for fine arts, and you know what's so crazy? I did go back to college. I'm in college now,
Okay.
finishing my degree.
Okay.
But I'm not doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna finish. Yes, next year.
That's right. That's right.
It's some on my bucket list though that I want to finish.
Wow.
It's not nothing that I'm probably not even going to do anything with it. However,
It's still fine arts.
it's still fine arts. Yeah,
What's
and
the listen?
Thomas Nelson.
Oh,
Thomas
okay.
Nelson. I'll be done, next year, and that's it. It'll be something off my bucket list.
Right. So you said that your first music video was Wu-Tang.
So yeah,
And
a
how did
movie.
you end up getting connected with that group?
Okay, so before I got connected with Wu-Tang, I had been doing small projects, internal projects here and there. And a lot of people knew me from doing, just private projects, and I would put them out. I would put them out on DVD because when I started, we didn't have YouTube.
Right.
So what I was doing,
So the media has changed.
oh yeah,
Technology, I should say, has changed.
Right.
absolutely, because
It's easier now.
oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, because even when I was, there wasn't no YouTube, what I would always do with my jobs, like for instance, I worked at 7-Eleven around the time that I first started. So what I would do is I would print my DVDs up and I would sell them at the counter every night.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because people are buying, their hot dogs, their things
Mhm.
coming in 12 o'clock high. Perfect time
Right.
to go ahead and sell them a
Right.
DVD. But you know what? They became repeat customers, and I was the DVD man, and I wasn't selling bootleg DVDs.
Mhm.
I was compiling my work and putting them into DVD compilations and then selling them like that. And yeah, come to think of it, that was when I first started messing with products, and I didn't even know it. Like, you guys are making me realize this now.
So, okay, so I'm gonna ask, are we the only podcast that you done commercial for in this area?
Actually, okay, so with EBNY.TV, we have a few podcasts up there.
Mm.
Yes, you are the only people that I have done a podcast
Okay.
commercial
Yeah.
from. So yeah.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
And I gotta say, y'all killed it.
So
Y'all
look,
killed
be
it.
honest, don't try to
Yeah.
lie to us. Like, for like 1 to 10, like, how we do?
You know what?
Because Crystal.
I mean, I wanna know, like,
Yeah, look, put him on
Christina.
the spot. Put him on the
Oh,
spot.
no. Here's one thing about me. You will know, I said this before. I don't care about your feelings. I will tell you the truth.
Yeah, say that.
When we were shooting,
Mhm.
and I knew from the first take that y'all had nailed it. Y'all had the energy.
Right.
The footage looked good, but it was the energy that really, really, really made it hot.
Okay.
And I knew we didn't need more takes. We kept getting takes
Because I
over
could
and
have
over
won another
again.
hour.
Yeah.
I could have won another life.
It was fun.
Camera,
You know what?
yes.
It was complete fun. You guys made it fun.
Right.
Y'all nailed it in the first take, but I wanted more. I want more and more so I can cut between.
Right.
But I knew going home, leaving, I didn't have that long ride home thinking,
How did you fix it?
damn, is this going to turn out good? No, I knew exactly.
Okay, y'all
So,
did that.
y'all did, yeah.
So when Travell actually posted, I watched that thing, I know 20 times back to back. I said, okay. And it was funny because even though we messed up, like, when Pike was up here crying, it was because she was down laughing. It just went perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made it look bad.
And I was like,
You went right along.
oh my God.
How you mix it up like
So
that?
was it hard to do that?
It
So
wasn't.
that's like, what is it called?
Adding
Adding and cutting and all.
It is. The edit was good because when I left here, I already knew how I wanted it because y'all killed it. Usually what you have to worry about is the talent being lame. So they're all like,
They bored people that's up on for the long.
yeah, so what
What
you're kind of expecting is you're coming in like, yeah, this is Wait a Minute podcast.
Yeah,
And then you have to yell, cut, let's do it over. And that was kind of whack. But no, every single take y'all nailed it. So that's what made it hot was y'all, not me.
So I guess I gotta ask because I'm still learning about the numbers going up, people subscribing. So that today, when I got to work, I'm the same with every day unless I don't feel good or something. So I'm always bugged. So I come in to work and I spoke to the council. I was like, good morning, y'all. Hey, y'all. And one young lady was like, congratulations. And I said, what? I said, what? She said, wait to get a minute, made the blog. So I don't know what that means. Like, she said, I seen y'all commercial and y'all made the blog. So, can somebody help me with that?
What's the blog? Oh, yeah, what's the blog?
You didn't see the blog yesterday?
No, like, when I work, like,
you
saying.
I was on the phone talking to Pint, reading the comments of the blog, and I was like,
What was it
oh,
like?
this is how people be feeling when they read the comments. And I'm like,
So is that like the numbers, like people from everywhere,
yeah.
and
It
somebody
was like
picked up
the
and
labs and stuff up there commenting.
and I'm telling y'all, like, I
Wow.
really didn't, when I get off work, I'm in there.
Yeah.
And I really don't mess with the phone that much. So when she was saying congratulations, I was like,
the
what?
comments that you made the blog.
Okay.
Yo, that's
All right, Jamal. Hey!
I'm very, very happy about that. That's hot. I love it. But y'all deserve it though. Because if you just forget the commercial, what y'all have going on with the format of the show is dope. It's good.
Yeah.
So it don't got nothing to do with the commercial that we did. It's what y'all bring every single week.
Right.
So that's what it's about.
Okay. So I know you said you started out in school and now it's been like years, so now you're here. Who did you kind of like look up to, or who kind of like you or gave you motivation to do it? Like, did you have like a mentor or someone that's in the industry?
Actually, no. Me. Actually, and I know that might sound, I don't know, selfish, mean or whatever, but me, because I only push me, I yell at me when I'm tired. You have to be, nobody is going to motivate me like I will, because I push myself to get up at 3 in the morning to go upload stuff for the network or do an edit and then stay up till 3 o'clock. I don't have to, but it's because I love it.
Right.
But nobody's going to push me to do that except me. So I've always had to look up to me because permanently that's just the way it is. And me, I'm amazed at where I'm at now because there was times where I was in crappy jobs and just thinking like, damn, I swear if I get straight, I'm never, ever, ever going back to this. And nobody else can live that. I live that life. I live that. So I've always looked up to me. I've always pushed me. It's been about me that's helped me. And not saying that I've done it by myself, but internally to get, it's me. That's why I look up to because I'm a pusher.
So you don't have anyone in the industry that you kind of like was like, oh, I want to do
Like
that
a go-to
job,
person.
like a go-to person, or even just someone in the media, in the industry that you kind of like look up to. As far as, they did this, and that's something that you're interested in, which kind of like made you interested, like I asked you a little while ago. How did you get into doing a video for Wu-Tang? So how did you get into that? And you in school for fine arts?
So the very, very first time that I knew that media was going to be the thing for me, I was watching the Cash Money Records video. And I can't remember the name of it, but this one specific part in the music video, the music was off with the video, meaning it was off sync. So the video would come. But the thing is, you paid that high budget, you got these high editors, you did all this just to say, I quit right here, not care, and just fixed it. And that got on TV, and I knew that I could be better. So that's when I started whipping out. I financed, which is one of the stupidest things that I've ever done, but it's also the smartest thing. I financed a heavy-duty camera, which was more than my car payment at the time. and just said, screw it, and just went with
Stepped
it.
out there.
And just went with it, yeah.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years with the industry? With this media?
Well, I mean, hopefully, I'll own my own town.
Go town.
Yeah, town. I've been looking to own my own town, so that's really important to me.
What's that? What you said? You
Town. Like
Oh yeah, town. Yeah. So my vision of my town. We need our own hospital, police force, bank. The essentials that a town would have. Our own big chain retail. Blocked off from the rest. And then that's where I see. Probably not 5 years from now. Probably sooner. But that's what I want to see. Space exploration with media, since it's so easy to get in space now. It's a lot. See, the thing is, I'm not capped to what I can do. I actually live a very, very, very happy life because I get to be whatever I want to be. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. If I want to be an astronaut the other day, then I start working on that and be that. Yeah, exactly. If I want to be Spider-Man, I'll buy me a costume and put me as Spider-Man, and I'm gonna have real red shooters to shoot out. Now I might not stick the first time, but I'll eventually get to that because I'm able to do whatever.
I want to be
when I
like
want.
Stephen
Yeah.
I want to already look my nose.
So you want to get over town, and you think it's gonna be less than 5 years. So do you have a team of people that you have working with you that's gonna like help you accomplish this, or have you laid out a plan on how you go about accomplishing?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm looking and talking with people to help bring these resources together. So one question that you want to ask is when you're taking on a project like that is what kind of stuff is missing from the Black community. We don't have a Black Walmart.
Right.
We'll need a hospital, we need a bank, things like that. So
this is a real goal that you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody.
They said think big, do it tomorrow.
Well, see,
Don't want to think and pray small. Think big, because I'm still trying to visualize what kind of land where you can get this place at.
I wanted to be around here. Look, my vision is to have it here around Hampton, but I don't know if I'll be able to find any land like that around here.
I'm sure.
So I'm trying to get.
So you want a whole new town. And what's the town? Which one the town name?
I don't know yet. I don't know, but you know what? It's going to be the next Hollywood. Put it like that.
I know that's a damn minute. Hollywood, y'all it is. Next 5 years, Jamal gonna have a town. The next Hollywood. And what we gonna be? You gonna have pictures of us in your studio?
Well, you know what? To be totally honest with you, seeing a group of women like y'all come together and put this every week. I was here last week for the first time or something like that. And so I'm here this week seeing the same people here working to get this done. I'm not envisioning just having a picture of wait a minute podcast. I would like to be working with you guys on that area.
Right. That's right.
We can bring bigger productions.
That's right.
Not just for Black people, but mainly my whole thing is pushing Black women because, like I said, Black women get screwed over the most in the media industry. So my big push is that. Shoot, let's why don't y'all get a facility in the town, and then let's just all work there,
Right. So tell us something. What is something that about you that no one knows?
I have a favorite font. I know it's random. Yeah, I have a favorite font. Cambria. Cambria is my favorite font. I know that's so weird.
Most things like that can be weird, so that's your favorite font.
Yeah, I know, it's so random. I just decided to throw something, the most randomest thing out that I could, so favorite font.
Okay. Well, that's nothing wrong with that. That's your thing.
All right. Have you ever thought about being an actor in front of the camera instead of behind?
Absolutely, yes. Our last movie was Midtown. Midtown was my first NC-17 rated movie and my last theater production. I act in all my movies. If not a main role, then a significant role because nobody else is going to give me a chance. And I'll give myself a chance. So I always acted on my movies. Midtown was a movie about a warden that runs a facility that executes kids and teens for their crimes. And I was the warden.
Okay.
So
what
I
you
was
mean by they won't give you a chance? They won't give you a chance.
So
Hollywood.
I would be the perfect bad guy because I guess I'm a bad guy. I'm considered a bad guy in real life. I'm direct. When I want a job done, I want it done. And if you're not flowing in my traffic, then I kick you off the boat and I just get somebody else.
Okay.
So that makes me, I guess, as a evil businessman or whatever. So
okay. You
yeah,
know what you want, you know how you want it.
Right.
exactly.
Your own master, you know.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. Listen. So, in the industry that you're in right now, okay, you went from, let me recap, you went from music video
Mhm.
to doing movies. You did our commercial.
Mhm.
So you have your own network. EBNY.TV is
Yes,
your
ma'am.
own
Yes,
network.
ma'am.
So is there a lot of money in this field?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I don't even know where to begin because here's the stigma behind this whole industry is that there's been a set of rules put by the other side, or Hollywood or whatever, that just everybody just it's the norm for them to follow. Your movies have to be this way. You can only sell your movies this way. You can only have these type of actors in. But I don't I don't even understand all that because what I did, I cast who I want. I make the movies that I want. But see, the thing is, I've been able to sell my movies the way that I want and be comfortable. Every movie that I put in theaters, I sell out at least twice. Every time I press out DVDs to sell, which I don't do anymore too much, they're gone. I can sell out the DVDs. Yeah, I made $60,000 on a DVD once, selling out of my trunk.
What?
If anybody ever tells you, no, and it's no lie. If anybody ever tells you, see, my whole thing is when people used to tell me I would sell CDs out of my trunk. I made all this money. BS. I don't until you actually live it.
Right.
And I actually did a count one time and realized I made $60,000 by selling a DVD, selling a movie I did out of my trunk.
So it was one of your actual movies that you
I completely made up,
created,
wrote
directed,
it, edited it, everything, put it together. And see, and
So
that's
why you
what
trying to make it big? The movie, like you don't have a producer you look up to, or
we'll see, and that brings us to EBNY.TV.
Okay.
So let's start with that movie. It was called Telemarketers the Movie. It was a black and white comedy. I was one of the three main characters in it. That movie's been on Amazon. It hit it in theaters and everything. The thing is, I wasn't making any money with that. Maybe the theaters, the DVDs did good and everything like that.
Okay.
But what I mean by not getting a chance is that was a good movie. It was a good movie. I won't get a good acting chance. As far as what I was talking about being a bad guy, I will never get a chance to be cast in a bad guy role because I'm a nobody. You know what I mean? I wouldn't get a chance to direct something, big because I would have to go by Hollywood's rules and play by their games. I just don't.
So do you know their rules or their games?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So, if you're not the right skin color, then you're not going to get these roles, or we're going to make you do crazy things to get these roles, get these high-paying jobs, demean yourself, and then still you're not in the top pay. So and we could go on and on and on.
I think Taraji P. Hinton, she was saying something about that too, like about a month or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
She was doing an interview and she was saying the same thing about the way Hollywood is and about the skin color, how long she's been doing it, but she's still not like a top paid actress. And she was saying about how, if you don't do it this way or if you don't have the right skin color, you can't get this part. And she was saying all this different stuff. And now you're saying that. But is there a way? And then I know Tyler Perry even made that commendation when he opened up Tyler Perry Studios.
Mm-hmm.
He said that. So is there something that you think, other than like Tyler went and got his own little movie town, something similar to what you want to do?
Right.
But do you think something that can be said or done to change the way everything moves in Hollywood, or do you really think that we would have to, us as black people would have to actually start our own like Tyler did?
Start our own,
Yeah,
which
you
is what I
started your own
did, and I
network.
started. Well,
Right.
no offense to Ty, I love Tyler Perry. I love what he's doing and everything. I think he gets bashed for a lot of wrong reasons. I think he's great, but he's still under Hollywood. He doesn't have his own thing, to be honest, or whatever. And this is why EBNY.TV was put together, to cut all that BS off, the long red tapes of when people like me submit their content. Women getting dogged for roles that they hella deserve, but not getting them because they're women and not the right color women. You know what I mean? All that is out the door. Pay scale, out the door. We pay our people fairly across men, women, child. We pay you fairly. We pay our content providers fairly. We don't disrespect you. We take care of our content providers.
So y'all working on a movie right now?
Working on a lot of things. So we got an animated series coming up. We've got a 3-part movie coming up. The biggest thing that we have, and actually this is an exclusive. Oh crap! Hold up. This is exclusive. So this is you guys are the first to know this outside of my small knit hand of people.
Y'all listen.
So we're going into a production of a very, very serious 30-part TV series called Nuke the Bridges. Nuke the Bridges stars me, but it gives you an inside look, and I mean definitely deep, deep inside look on what it takes for a black man to run a business like I do. It's scripted, but most of that stuff is true in there because I've lived it. And I'll never ever tell you which part is true and not. You just have to look.
Somebody, you in it, so you have somebody helping you write it?
I'm writing it, directing it.
You can work yourself out, Jamal.
So what I've done, I learned from my last.
You won't know that.
We're top secret with our projects, but the thing is, I learned from my last project that I don't like working with people a lot, really, when it comes to my personal projects. I do, but that last project I had, that's a whole nother show as far as the behind the scenes that happen. So I brought my own robotic equipment. Everything is electronic, robotic controlled to where I don't need anybody to shoot it, produce it. I write it, edit it, and do it.
And see, because you enjoy it and you like it, it's almost like you're not working.
I'm not.
Because you having fun with it, and they say when you work in a job that you have fun doing, it's like you never worked a day in your life.
Yeah,
so that's why it don't matter to you to have all these roles.
No, it doesn't.
You wearing all these hats, these different. So do you have any auditions coming up? So now because I can act. I can talk about everything.
Well, although I did say that, I don't like working with a lot of people.
Okay.
I do cast. We do pay our actors and everything. With these three, the 30 episode series, we're going to have to cast because it's 30 episodes.
Okay.
But with the movie, we're going to do some light casting with that. We are hiring for that stuff.
Okay, so how do you go about putting out when you're casting or when you're hiring for your different projects? How do you put it out? Do you put it on your network?
No, I come to you.
If
I see somebody
like Florida, let's see her grocery store. What was the episode where she said? What was that? She was talking about the drink, and she was just shopping at the grocery store. And when she said, "Hi, girl," you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
But she was trying to say, Milo Bright, or what's the name of the drink? It was funny because they selected her in the grocery store. So what you see people out here, and you say you go to them and.
Well, not random people, so I have to know you, one, and I keep my eye on people because I'll write roles based on that person or whatever. Okay. And then I'll come to you if I see you're serious and direct. I'll come to you and say, hey, look, I need you for this role, I'll pay you, and then that. But I don't ever announce any of our roles or any of our jobs. I come for you. You don't come for me, I come for you.
Okay. So what advice would you give someone that's trying to do what you are doing now?
My advice would be to don't be afraid to burn bridges. That is the one thing that I think is the biggest lie in business. Don't be afraid to burn bridges. Don't be afraid to jump out and take a chance. Because if you're not, willing to take a chance, we go
What
back
do
to
you mean
work.
by
So
don't
that's
be
what I'm
afraid
about
to
to say
burn
too.
bridges? Because,
Yeah.
burn bridges is not a good thing. So can you,
Yeah.
Burning bridges is a great thing because you know what it teaches you? It teaches you that there is not one way to get to something.
Okay.
There's never, ever, ever one way to get to one point. So if you burn a bridge here, just buy you some Legos and build another bridge to that point.
Jamal,
That's
I'm
my
trying
thing.
to ask you, you're losing me.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
Help me out. I'm
So-
like, they say, don't feed the hand, don't,
Bite the hand
bite the hand that
that feeds you.
feeds you. Burning bridges, I don't understand. Like,
So just say that you have your point A and then you have point B, right? So point B can get you to point C, but you pissed point B off, right? So that means essentially the rule of thumb would be you're not able to get to point C because you pissed point B off and you burned your bridge, so there's no other way to point C. But why is that? Why can't you build a bridge around to point C
Okay, so
instead of going direct or going this way or going over or
So
going
basically,
under?
don't do the normal.
If you burn your bridge one way and if you burn your bridge one way and you really, really want what's at the end of your goal, your treasure, then find another way around it. Burning your bridges is okay. Do not believe that BS.
I think it's Jamal.
Maybe.
It's just I mean, let me get this out for I forget, because I'm listening to you. You say you have A and B, and you try to get to C, but you piss B off.
Mhm.
So you wanna, to me, the way I'm looking at it is more work. Why not? I ain't saying be an ass kiss or nothing, but why we pissing people off?
If they piss you off,
Or why they, I don't understand.
So-
To me, it's like you saying don't be afraid to burn bridges, and it's like taking the longer route to get to C.
not necessarily,
It's
but
not.
if you're creative, it's not necessarily the wrong way. So just think about this. So say you're an actor, and then you have the manager B that doesn't know you, but he's the gateway to you getting that role.
Right.
So you make, B mad because you don't want to get his coffee or you don't want to go out on a date with him or you're not the right color. So he goes back to C and says, blah, 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 I don't, he doesn't good. And you go back, you get mad, oh, well, you're not getting my coffee and stuff. I know I'm using pointer fingers.
But I'm
But
listening.
so,
I need you using fingers because you lost
yeah,
me.
well,
And are you
so,
afraid that people might not understand you? Because
Maybe-
now put your finger back up.
Oh,
there
no,
and me.
so-
I said, what now?
so basically,
Oh,
no.
Go ahead.
And what I'm saying is that, so you still have C right here, whatever.
Right.
If your bridge is burnt right here,
Right.
all I'm saying is be creative enough, even if it's a longer one, because if this bridge is burnt,
So
I get what
Jamal,
you're saying.
you're so extra because you think you're Spider-Man or somebody right there. Because why you just gonna say, give advice to them and say, don't be afraid to be creative.
but that's so generic.
Right.
That's so
See,
generic.
that's what I'm saying.
It is okay. If you extra, it's okay. I mean, you lose your shit around, but I'm trying to get that. But I kind of understand what you're saying. But they probably don't understand you.
There's
I don't know.
there's
I
not
think
one
it's
way.
okay.
There's not one way to get to your goal.
Right.
So don't ever
So
be
keep a-
afraid to
keep a-
burn your bridges because there's multiple ways to get to your goal
Right.
and not just one source. That's what
That's
and
right.
I've always
That's-
practiced that and
You
it's
broke it
always
down
worked
for
for
me.
me.
That's what I'm saying. Cause I was lost. I'm like, you were
Just
saying.
don't be like, hey, F you, buddy. No, nothing like that. Just don't put
Burning bridges is you
Sticking
say
up for
burning bridges
yourself.
is basically sticking up for yourself, not being afraid to go to somebody else for networking or.
Well, not that. If somebody comes and they want to come at you, they like just anything, stick up for yourself and burn your bridge like that. Now,
Right.
don't just go and burn your bridge and say, screw you, I can do this by yourself. No, if somebody comes at you and you
Right.
have to defend yourself and they don't want to mess with you because you defended yourself, then that essentially means you just burned your bridge and you
I
don't
got
need them, but you can go around them. But no, you shouldn't purposely
I
go
got
and
you.
burn your bridges. But don't be afraid to stick up for yourself because that's what a lot of people are getting that wrong. They think that sticking up for yourself
Right.
and losing a relationship means burning a bridge. And I think that is what I'm really trying to focus on,
Right.
is that you ruin a relationship, everybody say it's burning a bridge. Who cares? Go find another way.
Right,
Because
right.
there's more than
So
one
basically
way.
what you're saying is that people are not doing that, they're not getting to their goal because they're not figuring out or being
And they probably
creative
scared
to
to
go
speak up in
around.
certain areas, but
Right.
also
Mhm.
you gotta always really have a growth mindset too.
Mhm.
Because the growth mindset no matter taking chances, even though you're scared,
Right.
you still can take a chance.
Exactly.
A fixed mindset is just be like forget it. I
Mhm.
don't bring that bridge with you, or
Take it
oh they
easy.
don't like me, so forget it. But a growth mindset keeps you fresh and keep you
Innovative.
like keep the energy up to where you're not afraid to take a
Mhm.
chance.
So basically you would tell that person that's trying to do what you're doing or get to where you are, don't be afraid.
Don't be
And
afraid.
speak up for yourself.
Speak up for
And that's
yourself.
for anything, like within a job or
Right.
things you're trying to do, because you get people that miss out because they didn't speak up for themselves.
Exactly.
And you know, it's not what you say, that's how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, you laugh at this y'all. Because
No,
you
no.
can speak up, like put the finger back. See, she the rock can get to, A gone, I can get past B to get to C without use profanity, but speaking up for myself. And
Oh, well, who said that you couldn't use profanity? I'm all about that life.
okay,
Nobody said that.
okay, so not profanity, I'm talking about when you just use the example,
Mhm.
forget you and all this stuff. I'm saying it's not what you say, it's how you say it when you're trying to get to point C.
Or just build another bridge, like you said.
Just build another
Build
bridge,
another
because
bridge.
you shouldn't care about how you say it or how you're feeling. Just care about you getting your point across. That's what I do.
Okay.
And that's what I mean by if I hurt your feelings.
So basically, like, okay, someone use Good Time again. I'm sorry, I love Good Time, look at it every night. So you know how that when Thelma was acting, and basically the white teacher, she didn't want to take that. So basically, she took her stuff, but she didn't want. They changed all her stuff around on the episode. So basically, it's like me saying, okay, I'm that one.
All right.
And I spoke to that white lady, so her no, I want to say this instead of that. So then that's how you get to see her pick it up.
Play around.
Yeah, she's trying to change her whole
Yes.
play around.
Yeah, so, if she's trying to block you from anything or she's trying to stop you, then she's essentially, that bridge is going to be burnt, go around her.
So what's some of the words you have said since you said you don't like, 'cause like, what have you ran into as far as somebody messing with you and you A and B, A gone, and B right here, but you're trying to get the D. Forget C, but trying to get the D and E, F, G. What you do? Like you say,
I've had a lot of mighty battles with a lot of mighty people.
For real, okay.
A lot of mighty people, and let me see. One time recently, which I'll just say it right now, we're going to address it eventually if this person doesn't stop going on our social media, going on our platforms and harassing us. Recently, we had a magazine come to us and try to acquire some of our work. They're claiming that they are the connect to us having sports stuff on our network and everything. The deal wasn't right. I said no, and this white man that owns the magazine is horribly, horribly, horribly mad because this young black guy that has more power than him told him no. So, what I did was, him thinking that that was the bridge to the Sports Connect, I went around him and closed the deal for some sports stuff. Which means that he considered himself the bridge, which he wasn't. I ran around him and closed my own deal and don't even want the deal. I just did it to show it to him.
Okay.
So that's one of the examples of burning your bridge. Like with me, you're not a bridge or connection to anything because I can make my own way. And by the way, post one more thing on our stuff again. We're going to air it. We're going to air it. We're going to air it.
Oh, okay.
We're going to air it.
Exposed.
We got the story already.
The
story's already edited.
Just waiting. One more.
This will be warning 1. Warning 2 will be on our news show. Come at us again.
It's not there.
So when you say he's coming at you, like, what are some things he's
So
coming at
you won't see it now, but recently on our social media, this magazine owner was going up and down our social media talking about your commercial was garbage, which it wasn't. talked about our programming, saying that,
It's like ahead of me. Hey.
oh, well, literally, that's exactly what happened was
Okay.
this guy we told him no. He didn't like that,
So he started doing a
and
whole bunch.
literally harassing me. I mean, I've got spam mails, literally
Wow.
from today, of just,
That's
a racist thing happened with him, which, that's what I'm saying. I'm waiting.
You waiting.
I'm waiting.
So you already gave me the warning. One more thing, sir.
One more warning after this, and I'm gonna see where it goes, and then I got the story edited.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay.
that's the
great.
kind of stuff you have to show people that you're not always the bridge.
Right, so
You know
he's
what I mean?
mad about not you going around.
We have to
He's
erase
mad
it.
about everything.
I mean, he wants our,
to destroy you.
he wants
And
our,
close the deal.
because the thing is, they wanted to start their own TV network. They needed content, and they wanted it from us because we have good content.
Okay.
The deal wasn't right because what happened essentially, that whole Hollywood lifestyle where, okay, we're black, oh, we're just going to give you crumbs. And I wasn't doing that because not only do I have to stick up for me, I have to stick up for all our content providers that are members that are supposed to be getting paid for their content being up there.
Right.
If I let you walk over me, then every single body in Hollywood or anywhere else will walk over us. And then what are we here for? We're just, we're nothing. We're not sticking up for our community.
Right.
We're not doing anything. So I say all that to say, don't be afraid to burn your bridges.
And you can get to from A, move B and C, and get all the way to D, E, F, G. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we spoke earlier about being a parent as well as a husband. How do you juggle family time and media? Because sometimes it takes all day to film.
So what I did, I don't know how many years ago, I quit my job, and that's what I did to maintain family, work, just everything. I made my life to be able to do what I want to do. So I get to work whenever I want to work, which I run my business full time. I work straight from home. I don't leave the house if I don't want to. So I do all that. So that's how I'm able to take care of my family, the business, and still maintain my sanity and everything.
So was your wife along when you quit your job, or she supported you?
No, hell no. She did not support me.
I know, that's why I'm looking at you like,
No, well,
wait a minute. You
okay.
know,
So
you got to
Prior to what they discussed.
let me back that up. Let me back that up. I had been talking about leaving my job for a second before it happened. So
Okay.
she had the idea that I was doing, but then when I actually did it, we had just had another child. We had no money in savings. Life is bad, but I knew that it's either you stick there at your job and try to work your business and be broke anyway, or focus on your business full time and be able
Step out
to
on faith.
and be able to watch my own kids and not have to pay for anybody. That was my motivation, is not to send my kids to school or anything like that. So,
Oh, you, but what?
well, I
you
have one
homeschooled
kid.
before Corona?
Well, no, but I was thinking about it
Oh, okay.
because, I was thinking about it. But now that Corona's gone, here, I'm definitely taking my kids out of public school because, the sickness, I don't have to worry about them dying from somebody coming into their school shooting them or anything. And me being able to run my own business full time like I have allows me to make those decisions and be able to enact them like that. So I just run my business full time. That's what made me be able to juggle all this.
Oh, okay. Now, earlier you spoke about taking a break. How long did you take a break, and what influenced you to come back? What made you start back doing media?
When I took my break, I took a break because I hated the industry because I wasn't getting paid. I wasn't happy. But then when I saw what type of money products can do, that's what changed my life and made me come back where I need to start filming. And then it just snowballed into where we're at now and everything. I had a hatred because I wasn't getting paid, but then I saw a new way, was introduced to a new way of getting money by products and just put my knowledge to products.
How long was your break?
My break from the industry was, I think, about 2 years. I didn't talk to nobody. I disappeared. I was telling people I was dead. So, yeah.
Oh, Jamal is different. Why would you say that?
How are you telling people you was?
Why did you do that, Jamal? Wait a minute.
I
know your mom and grandmother knew the power of the tongue. Now, why would you say you were dead?
I wanted to get away. I wanted to get away from everybody. I wanted to get away from the BS. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I needed some time to think. And I took my time. And it It got me here it got me where I'm at today, and I
So
needed
you're
that.
ready.
So you
You
need
guys
that,
did.
okay.
I needed it.
So let me ask you something on a more serious note, away from your current career and your business. How do you feel about the injustice that's going on now? And I know you said you have a news media part of your network. You have news.
Yes, ma'am.
So have y'all talked about the injustice or reported?
Yes, ma'am, and yes, ma'am, we have. Here's my thing. I'm one that's not. I'm one that honestly thinks protesting is a waste of time. To be honest, I'm one that is.
Why you feel like that?
Because, and I say this, I use this statement over and over again because protesting is pleading with morality. We're begging for us to be recognized, to not die. Why are we pleading for basic rights that we should be given anyway? So instead of marching and pleading and begging for stuff that we should have anyway, my idea is a complete divorce. Now, I'm not saying all white people or all Chinese people are bad. It's not even like that, but we do have racist people out there. And what's it's going to take is a divorce, a complete separation, and going cold turkey, which means not being mad for 5 seconds and then once we get a check or something like that, we're all good. You know, like that. No. Or blackout Tuesday for one day. Stop. You know, buying right. One day, what is that? All that is irrelevant to me. I mean, irrelevant, stupid, because what it takes is divorce. If you don't like somebody, you want to leave your man, you want to leave, you know, your wife, what do? You just don't separate or sleep on the couch. You divorce them. You know what I mean? So I say that if we can't get along, which we haven't been, divorce.
How do you
So go back to black and white?
Well, I don't not go back to black and white. For instance, what we could start doing is really shopping only black, and not just for one day. And for those that complain about, well, we don't have this in our community, we don't have this, then create it. Get up off your butt and create it. Like, stop wasting time about what we don't have, what we could have, and all that other BS, and make a change, because that's the only way stuff is going to get done is if you get up off your butt, push yourself, and make a change. We need a Walmart. It's easy to go out, get a building, buy a building. It's easy to negotiate prices for electronics, fruit. I negotiated a deal with every single 7-Eleven Kangaroo with a magazine I made. If I can do that, you can call Samsung and tell them you want Walmart prices on your TVs that you're about to sell at Willie Mart or whatever you want to call it. So that's my take on it. Complete divorce and go cold turkey.
Yeah, so you didn't agree with the blackout Tuesday.
To me, it is a waste.
It's a waste.
My mom people going to the store and that. I probably go to the store. Shit, I don't know.
I want to tell you this.
I mean, hey, my mom said, don't put gas in your car. Shit, I need some gas. I forgot to do it the day before, so it is a waste of time.
It is, and I agree with you, because let me tell you what somebody did. Blackout Tuesday was something where somebody said, we need to come together and not buy black. Well, somebody was like, well, shoot, let's pick a day. A day? Oh, well, okay. Well, let's do Friday. I got to cook out on Friday. What about Saturday? Nah, we're going to the movies. Nobody's doing anything Tuesday. And nobody's doing anything on Tuesday, but you picked one day. What is one day? What is one day with you not talking to somebody you're mad at? What's one day with you not smoking? You not smoking for one day ain't going to do nothing. You know what I mean? But if you do cold turkey and you just cut the light switch off on everything that is wrong and then walk away, that's how you make change and that's how you get shit done.
Jamal, I'm listening to you, and I don't have a headache in that thing. I'm just thinking, was you addicted? Like, because you seem like you got to really pay attention to what you're saying. You making sense. You better watch what I think you're saying. But I'm saying that the way you put it out, you can just say you always like this. It's okay. You always been like.
No, it's
I don't get a headache early, but I'm saying you good. You make me think. So when you tell your wife, look, ma'am, You look at this podcast, don't be printing on me because I'm printing on him for our loss, but he doing me to speak of some good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Thank
you always
you.
love this, haven't you?
Yeah, and it's a lot weirder, it's a lot deeper if you actually sit down and talk.
I can see you. I can see you.
Now, Sheeta Rock, speaking of your wife, do your wife and kids have a part in your business? Do you teach them how to do everything?
Absolutely. That's the core thing of our business. Generational times a million. And what I mean by right now, while I'm living, I'm setting wealth for my kids, for my family. And right now, my wife works it, my kids, they work it. They help me produce stuff. Wife will work sound engineer, and even then they're all learning because now we're deep in the game, we're producing more. So they're learning, but they're all supportive.
And the Chinese people had their children doing nails at 10, 11 years old and replenishing the stuff in the nail shop. So we're
In the Chinese
you
restaurant
smart.
too.
Your wife got a good one.
So now your wife happy about the fact that you left, right?
Well, she's always been, the thing is, she's always been supportive. Now, when it came to me leaving that job, I was like, whoa, ninja.
Right.
Whoa. But you know what? I pushed for it. I was like, no, we got to do this. I got to pull my drawers up. And if we don't do this, then we're going to be stuck like this forever. I know it. And I'm going to die early. Do you want me to die early? So I was like, kids, you want me to die early? Well, let me quit my job.
So when your wife was coming last week?
It was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Y'all good thing.
Yeah.
Y'all
We bump heads. Yeah, we bump heads, but.
That's good.
But, yeah.
You talk to your kids about Black Lives Matter?
I do, yeah. Why they're not in school, not just because of COVID, because daddy doesn't want them to be in school and then somebody walks in and shoots them.
What about
So
college?
that's something that.
I'm not pushing college.
What about college?
I'm not pushing college. When they graduate high school, they can do whatever they want. I would never,
Come on there, Jamal, now. You just was Spider-Man. I know you didn't say them chain go to McDonald's work.
no,
Come on there. You say they can do whatever they want.
They've got this business to work from, and I'm instilling in them that you don't have to go anywhere to work.
You don't have to do college.
You don't have to do, and they definitely don't have to do college because honestly, I'm finishing college to knock it off my bucket list. I'm not going to use it for anywhere. I'm never looking for a job. That's one thing. I'm retired. I retired. I don't know how many long years I've been out of work. I'm still young, I think.
Okay.
But I'm not going back to work, so I won't need my degree for that. I just want to finish it so I know, or my family dies, I at least finish school, start the business, and my family can look up to me.
You retire early, but hope you pay to your 401k, Jamal, now. And you get old, you better yeah. Come on there, Jamal. I ain't mad at you because I'm so
So your business, is this something that your kids show a lot of interest in doing the media though? Is this something that
different aspects
they
of
might
it?
want to work in?
Absolutely, yes, ma'am. Because my son likes to, film and make videos doing, whatever he does. Wife is like, I'm here to help, but this isn't really my thing. So it's more like that.
Okay.
And my daughter, she loves it. She had her first role in an animated movie we did. So yeah, they're all involved in some shape, form, fashion. Their kids, and then their kids, and that's what I want. Generational wealth. Yeah.
Okay, so earlier y'all were speaking about the blog. How do you reach the blog? How do you go? Where do you go to look at the blog?
It was called Neighborhood Talk 2, I think it was. On Instagram.
I have to go check it out.
Yeah, me too.
So Instagram, okay, do us Instagram, Neighborhood Talk 2.
Okay, yeah, it's called Neighborhood Talk 2. The Neighborhood Talk 2, something like that. But I was gonna ask you, so how do you go about talking to other people or giving people advice if they are afraid to fulfill their dreams? Like, what would you tell that person?
Well, I do coaching for people that want to start their business or they have their business and it sucks and they're not making any money. Then you come see me because
You do consultation, you do consulting work.
I do consulting, I do teaching. See, that's one thing I was going to tell you. Our media company is the only media company that does everything. And when I say everything, we produce video games, apps, sound, we do literally
What's the
everything.
list of everything your media company do, just in case someone out there needs something?
Absolutely. So TMVTC, not only do we produce media, but we teach it as well. So we can teach you, we can produce a movie, music video, commercial, sound, app, video game, anything under the media umbrella, we can show you how to, we can do it for you, create it, no problem. But if you want to learn and save money, we can teach you how to do it. So we can teach you how to make your own app. We can teach you how to make your own movie, save money, things like that. So.
Okay.
So we almost
So you were speaking about when you took your break, you were unhappy. Do you feel that you were in a depression state at that time?
Yeah, I wasn't making any money. I was getting walked over. I was nothing.
So normally you said you anything you want Spider-Man and all that stuff. So at that time, just he was off too bad.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
I was.
Hey, Jamal, I'm crazy.
Yo, I like that.
Nobody knows. And then he just fucked out with Spider-Man.
I did, because I knew that I did not want to live like that. I was unhappy.
I hated people. I was like, this donkey get on my nerves. Growing up. So we gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, I had fun.
I was gonna say, hey, Jamal. It was very interesting tonight. And then, like I said, I'm getting a little headache over here, but I asked questions so I could understand you. You smart. And I learned some stuff from you tonight. I appreciate you coming on.
But before then, though, I want you to tell something to everyone out there. Give them some advice, just to the ones that's in the video or even music video, the media. Just give that one person that's going through and they're trying to get the same thing you do, they're going through.
So
just look in the camera, just tell them.
Anybody that's out there that is listening, I know a lot of you are, do this. Don't be afraid to ask for the price that you deserve. If you feel like you're $500 an hour, grow some and ask for it. And that's for man, woman, child, because what you don't need to be doing is bartering or accepting low rates or any of that, because you think about it. When you're out working, you're away from your family, you're not doing what you want to do. And is that really worth $12 an hour to you or $100 or whatever, where you could really be making $500 or $1,000 on that job and really making a living wage? So the thing is, stop shortcutting yourself. Ask for the money that you deserve. That's the main thing, because a lot of people that come to me are scared to ask for the money that they deserve. And I'll tell them, grow some, just like I told you just a second ago. Grow some and start asking for it. Put a rate that's going to make you happy, even if you got to pull that rate out your butt. Make a rate that's going to make you happy and ask for that. Stick for it. Do not break. Do not negotiate. And then go up with your prices to weed out those smaller clients. So then you make an even better living wage. Don't take payment plans, take your money up front. And if people can't take that, then find somebody else that will, because we have clients that pay us all the time up front. And we don't deal with clients that don't. So those are the main things that I can say that you need to do. And don't be scared.
I take that. So I guess Brady Gavin can take that advice too. Or you have something you want to end up with us? Inspirational, something that we can work with. I mean, that was good too, what you said. I can take from that too.
What I would say inspirational for y'all for Wait a Damn Minute podcast is just please keep doing what you're doing, because all I see is greatness here. Unless you guys come to me and say, we've got these problems, looking on the outside in the first 2 times that I've been here, I see nothing but greatness here. It's organization, it's unity, it's completeness. This is what running a black business, and it's just not a black business. This is a woman-owned, black-owned business. It's just everything is right about this business. They have good content. They're doing good things. There's no advice that I can give you guys. You guys are on spot. And thank you. I appreciate you guys having me. I'm humbled. I can't wait. Yo, if you guys will have me back again, I can't
I
wait.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let us know about more auditions.
I will. Thank you so much. Y'all. Thank you. I love you guys.
Okay, so go ahead on, Rock, take us on out.
Thanks for showing, joining us. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube. Hit the share button on Facebook, Instagram. We going all the way up. Thanks again,
All the way
Jamal.
up.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
y'all.
Jamal. Good
Wait a
night.
minute podcast.
Wait a damn minute.